Hey, what's up, rock stars? It's Rocks with a little bit of talk about what's at the top of the blogs. So let's get to it. All right, rock stars. So I am on my lunch break on Friday. I am so sorry. It's been a wild week. The last few weeks have been wild at work. If you guys follow me on Instagram, which you should, because usually you can get more up-to-date information there. My air conditioning has gone out in Atlanta, Georgia in the middle of July, okay, in 95-degree weather. And so I've been dealing with that at the house, and it's just been crazy, okay? So I do have a temporary solution. I did go and buy some portable air conditioner. I'm tempted to go buy another one because that one works well. I'd like to have two, even though, you know, I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, so everything's just been a little off. Y'all know how I feel about this, so you won't get this till Saturday morning. Actually, won't see this till Saturday morning. So, I mean, but you at least will get, you know, you'll know why you're getting it late. All right. First story up, you guys. Let's talk about your girl, Khloe. Listen, I can't be worried about Khloe and Tristan. You get a baby Thompson. I just can't anymore. You know, it's clear that Khloe is going to do what Khloe wants to do. And I am talking about the news that came out that she is expecting, they are indeed anticipating a new bouncing baby boy, probably any day now, if my calculations that they've given us are correct. She's going to be having a baby. They're going to be having a baby soon. They're having this baby by surrogate, which is why we haven't seen Khloe with a baby bump. And, I mean, yeah, I mean, if they like a child, I love it. Okay. But of course, everybody is just side-eyeing Khloe because, we know that Tristan Thompson very recently had a baby with a side chick. I don't even know if Khloe is a main chick. Shit, Khloe might be a side at this point too, but, he had a baby with this woman. I didn't get her name. I don't even really care, you guys. I don't think that he is really acknowledging the baby, even though on legal documents, he has acknowledged that that is his son. However, I don't think he's seen the child. I don't think he's been around the child. And, you know, it is what it is. Okay. Shout out to Ashley. But yeah, evidently, the story that Khloe and her family is feeding to us right now is that she sought out a surrogate with Tristan back in November of last year. Okay. And this was supposedly before she found out that he was having a baby with the side chick. And I guess people would believe that. However, on their Hulu show, The Kardashians, there is a scene where Kim Kardashian says, when they find out about the side chick and this baby, Kim Kardashian says, well, if that's not like a sign not to have another baby by him, you know, she knows something. All right. Well, if you were watching that, you would think that, okay, she hadn't sought out a surrogate and gotten, you know, and have a baby on the way. But now, I think because a lot of people did remember that scene, now Khloe Kardashian put out a statement that she actually didn't tell her friends and family that she was having another baby with Tristan because she didn't think it would go over well. I was just like, bitch, a lie, don't care who tells it. As close as that family is, you know, I know at least she told Courtney because she's closest to her, and Kylie. Like, I'm sure she told somebody. But I mean, if that's what they want to say and if that's what they want us to go by, I mean, you know what? It don't even really matter to me because the point is, Khloe, you know, all of them girls wanted their children to be by the same man. Okay. Kim has 4 kids with Kanye. Courtney has her, is it 3? I think it's 3 kids with Scott. And I even remember her saying at one point that if she did have another baby, this was before she met Travis and got married and all that. But I remember at one point she was saying that if she did have another baby, that she would probably still have it with Scott. Okay. And now we've got Khloe having another baby with him. I mean, the fact that she's having it surrogate, I mean, I guess she could argue that she wanted her kids to have the same father because it's just easier. But, you know, she wasn't intimate with him. She didn't have sex with him and have, you know, conceived this child in love. You know, this is a straight business transaction. But like I said, I don't give a fuck, because we done felt sorry for Khloe. We done been mad at Khloe. We done cheered for Khloe. We done did all of that for Khloe, and still Khloe gonna do what the fuck Khloe gonna do. Okay, so I can't worry about it. They rich. The baby gonna be rich. Everybody, them is rich people problems. Okay, let's move on to the next story. All right, you guys, next story up. The emanations, child. The Emmy nominations. We were really excited when we found out about the Emmy nominations. Of course, we are always rooting for everybody black. And we weren't disappointed when we found out that Abbott Elementary, which was the breakout star this year, such a funny TV show, you know, about Abbott Elementary, created by Quinta Brunson. And they got quite a few nominations. Let's go through it. So Quinta herself scored 3 Emmy nominations, okay? She is the first black woman to receive 3 Emmy nominations in 1 year. She is also the youngest black actress to be nominated in a comedy category, okay? So she's breaking some records here, but let's go through it. So she got nominated for Best Comedy Series or Outstanding Comedy Series. She got nominated for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Comedy Series. And I think she got nominated for Best Writing. I didn't write it in my notes. Oh, yes, it is. Outstanding Writing of a Comedy Series. And then we had Shirley Ralph, who we all know and love, who has been out there grinding for years and years and years. I mean, from Dreamgirls back on Broadway all the way till today. She got her first Emmy nomination. If you guys saw the video of her when she found out, I guess from her agent, that she had been nominated, she was so overcome with emotion. Her child, I'm assuming that was her child because he kept saying mommy, mommy, you know, who was so happy for her, and I was happy for her. It's funny because people always will say, you know what, these things don't matter, and you know, you should create your own lane, and it don't matter what, you know, the Emmys and what they don't, but it does. At the end of the day, these people that are in those, you know, in the entertainment industry, and when they have a craft that they feel so, you know, they feel so attached to and so serious about, they want to be recognized by the peers and not just a group, a certain group. They want to be nominated. I mean, they want to be recognized by the entire group. Okay, it's important to them, and you could tell from the way she was reacting. I mean, you know, and she's been doing this for years, so it's not like she's a novice. Okay, so congratulations to Miss Shirley Ralph. Congratulations to Everybody Hates Chris. James Tyler Williams, you know what, good for him. He's nominated for Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Comedy Series. We know him from Everybody Hates Chris. And he was so lucky to be able to get a role that actually took him out of being typecast from Everybody Hates Chris. We've seen it happen numerous times. It probably would have happened to him had Quinta not pulled him out of that and brought him here. So yeah, this is good. This is like a second coming for him. So congratulations to him. Then newbie Janelle James, she also was nominated for Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Comedy Series. And good for her. Like, I don't know, she's probably been in other stuff that I don't know of. I didn't try to look up stuff that she had been in, but this has definitely opened doors for her, more opportunities for her. I see that she's on a game show. I love game shows. That's like one of my guilty pleasures, you guys. I watch Press My Luck, and I watch $100,000 Pyramid, and I watch The Chase, and I watch like all of these games. I just love them. Okay. So she's on a new game, something, you know, where they're pulling things out. It's teeter-tottering. You got to make sure that the structure doesn't fall down while you're pulling something out, you know. And good for her. Like I said, this show has opened up so many avenues for a lot of them, you know. And it was good to see that they were recognized. We had other black people that were nominated. Zendaya was nominated for Euphoria, Issa Rae, Insecure, Natasha Rothwell for White Lotus. Okay, those ones, those are names that we've seen over the years, you guys. Donald Glover for Atlanta. I'm assuming best, outstanding actor. We got someone named Toheeb Jimo for Ted Lasso. I hope that's right. It might be a typo because, I type it on my iPad. Sometimes it changes it and I can't remember. I don't even know who that person is. But besides this group of people that I just told you, black people, people of color, in general, are actually down this year for Emmy nominations than they were last year. I think last year we got 42 Emmy nominations, black people. This year, 25. Okay, some notable snubs. No Tracy Ellis Ross. No homeboy Anthony Anderson. No the guy from This Is Us. What's the name? The black guy Sterling. No, nothing for him. There's a bunch of people that they expected to get some nominations that didn't. Okay, and so yeah, even though Abbott Elementary is a standout show and it's a black show, I still think that, we aren't getting as recognized as, we would like. But you know what? Beggars can't be choosers, or maybe we can. All right. But just letting you guys know about the Emmy nominations. It's coming up soon. I didn't get the date, but yeah, my heart goes out to Quinta because I know that she started, wasn't she on like Vine or something? Issa was our YouTube girl. I think Quinta came out on Vine or one of those old apps, but she created little skits and things on there, and she was able to parlay that and work hard and do what she had to do, and she ended up with this show on ABC, so on a major network. Okay, in the great time slot, just perfect scenario for her. So it does my heart good to see when people come from, the meager beginnings, or, just, and it works out for them. So congratulations to them. And we hope that, it's going to be hard. We hope that somebody wins out of those groups. We're going to be glad. Like I said, we rooting for everybody black. All right, you guys, next story. So Daniel Kaluuya. I mess up his name. I be wanting to say Kaluuya all the time. He will not be returning to the Black Panther sequel. You know what, Black Panther, that sequel has had so many setbacks. I was just like, is the damn movie coming out? And for him to drop out at this point, or are they just letting us know at this point? Because I was just like, they've been recording this movie, or they've been filming this movie for, it feels like, over a year, and they still haven't been able to, they having people dropping out at this point, because I thought the movie was supposed to come out at the end of this year. So I don't really know, but they're saying that he's not going to be in Black Panther, the sequel, because of scheduling conflicts with the movie Nope that he is doing with Jordan Peele. Well, that movie is actually about to come out in a few minutes, And so I'm just like, actually, does it come out today? I know it comes out in July. So anyway, he won't be in the movie. You remember he was T'Challa's best friend. I assume it probably will be easy enough to write him out of the script. They must just be letting us know. They had to have known this already and just hadn't said anything, because it's just like, Nope is done, And yeah, I guess. So he won't be in the movie. Not sure if his life coach, his spiritual person, has told him that. We're gonna always bring up the old life coach lady that everybody is worried about, but yeah, he won't be there. But like I said, the show has so many setbacks. The movie, okay, of course we know that Chadwick Boseman died unexpectedly, who is the Black Panther, so that was a major setback for the show. For the movie. I keep wanting to say show. Now we have that he will not be returning to the show. We know that Letitia Wright, who plays his sister, plays the Black Panther sister in the movie. she was injured on the set, so they let her go home to, I think, in London to recover. And then once she got over there, there was some talk about her not wanting to get vaccinated, or something like that. I don't even really know what came of that, but apparently she must have gone back to the set, and they had been recording and filming for the movie. But like I said, it's been setback after setback, and it was just like, almost feels like like, is this a sign that the movie don't need to come out? I mean, I really do feel like it does need to come out, that Black Panther, that series needs to continue on, even with the unfortunate death of Chadwick Boseman, because one, we need to be represented in the Marvel universe just like everybody else is. You know, it's an important movie to that universe, and also just period. You know, we need to have that representation, because it's so many Black people that I would hate to see it go, you know. And I know that people feel a way about it going on, even with Chadwick Boseman being gone. But I would like to think that Chadwick would probably want this show, the movie, to go on, or the actual, you know, the series to go on as well. So but they say it's still coming, you guys. It is still coming, even with setback after setback. I think we're still going to get the sequel. I don't know what the name of it is yet, but you know, I believe we will be getting it. But just wanted to let y'all know about Daniel Kaluuya. He will not be in it. All right, you guys. So one of you guys wanted me to talk about the fight that happened on the Carnival cruise ship. Now, I have been on plenty of cruises. I've never been on Carnival. Something about Carnival just made me think of ghetto. You know, everybody always say that the Carnival cruises are so much fun and all of that. But I was a Royal Caribbean girl, you know. It just felt like, maybe it's just the name, like Royal Caribbean, like you really doing something. But I never had any bad experiences on Royal Caribbean. And I don't know, it wasn't like I was just not trying to do Carnival. It just always came up that when I did go on cruises, it was Royal Caribbean. But in the back of my mind, I've always kind of felt like Carnival is a little ghetto, right? Anyway, even though their boats look really nice, they actually look much nicer than Royal Caribbean, because Royal Caribbean has a lot of older boats. That's neither here nor there, you guys. Apparently there was a fight on a Carnival cruise maybe about a month ago. This story is kind of old, maybe not that long, maybe like 2 weeks ago. This story is old, but evidently y'all want me to talk about it, child. Listen, these 3 people then got together on this cruise ship and commenced to fucking. Okay, now I don't know if first of all, if you buy that drink package, that alcohol package, child, you know, like I know it is, I mean, you drinks to the fucking death. Oh my God, I drank so much on that damn alcohol package, because you just can. Okay, and then you be giving your card to people, they don't be checking and shit, you know. It's a whole lot of alcohol. So I don't know how this all came about, but 3 people ended up having sex. Okay, their significant others found out about them having sex and confronted them one night at a club in the Carnival cruise ship on the 5th floor. Confronted their significant others and was upset about it. Okay, the confrontation turned into an argument. The argument turned into a fight, and next thing you know, we got upwards of 60 people in a full-out brawl on the damn 5th floor of the Carnival cruise ship about this fucking threesome. Okay, and if you saw the video, honey, it was a whole lot going on. It was a whole lot going on. I was just like, y'all didn't let that damn cruise get to your head now. I know you do feel a little bit uninhibited, because, you know, you out to sea, and, you know, it's this whole other world, and you enjoy yourself, and you drinking, like I said. But still, can we not be fucking people that we just met on the cruise? Can we not do that? I mean, I understand it's 2022. People do things totally different, but we got COVID. Okay, we still got sexually transmitted diseases out there, and we got crazy ass people too. Let's not forget that. You done got your ass thrown over the side of the damn boat or something. So anyway, y'all, they had this big ass fight. Security comes. Hey, y'all saw that security in the video. He was just standing there like, stop that. I was like, I know he was like, I ain't getting involved. And all them niggas was just throwing shit, beer bottles and tables and chairs was flying all over the place. It was just, he was just like, they don't pay me enough to be getting involved in the full of fucking niggatry. Okay, so he was trying to do something, but he was just like, no. They said the fight went from the 5th floor and eventually ended up on the 1st floor. Okay, they said at some points they were fighting physically, at other points it was just loud arguments and everything, but they said the damn fight lasted an hour. Do you know how hard a fucking hour? Boy, niggas was drunk. I know you, because when you drunk, you can't get talked down. Like, you know, you just keep on be wanting to go and be fighting and crazy and everything. I know that's what the case was there. So, they had been cut up so bad that they ended up calling the Coast Guard. Coast Guard! They ain't got time to be fucking with y'all. They got people out here really doing some piracy and shit on the waters. And here they got to come and stop a couple of niggas from fighting because they was fucking on the boat. Okay, and not they partner. I was just like, boy. And you already, listen, it was y'all. It was y'all. Okay? They say that nobody so far has gotten arrested. I guess the ship probably was just like, we just gonna, listen, everybody just go on back to y'all cabins and we ain't gonna, we gonna be done with this. I think it was the last day of the cruise. You know, the last night of the cruise, and everybody got their ass on the next day. I guess Carnival was just like, bye. And we could go somewhere. What y'all think about Royal Caribbean versus Carnival? I really would like to go. I'm not a cruise person. I don't enjoy them. I would rather fly to the destination and be on land, you know, because after you just on the water, it's like, it loses its, you know, at first you're on the water and everything, and then it's just sort of like, okay, this is enough. The food is not as good as it used to be. You know, and it's just, no, I just don't really enjoy, but I would love to go on a luxury cruise. Okay, that Alaska one I heard is really nice. There's one in Greece that I heard is beautiful. Like, I would love to do some of those, but running down, you know, to Nassau and the Coco Key and all of that, I'm good. But y'all tell me what you think about Carnival versus Royal. Which one you guys like better? All right, you guys, bear with me because I am not familiar with young gentlemen that I'm about to talk about, but rapper Nuke Bizzle, okay, mama named him Fontrell Baines. He's going to plead guilty to fraud and illegal firearms. Apparently, he came under the radar of the feds when he put out a song called EDD, okay? And in the song, he talked about pretty much creating fraud, or committing fraud against the U.S. government. You know, EDD is the Employment Development Division, or whatever it stands for. Okay, basically EDD is where you get your damn unemployment checks and all of that. Okay, so he talked about what he did in the song. And I was just like, when the fuck are these rappers gonna get it through their thick ass heads that you telling on yourself? Okay, we used to be mad at the police for following rappers back in the day and saying, you know, that they had a whole hip hop division and all of this, but they ain't even gotta do that shit no more because y'all niggas is putting it in the music. What is wrong with y'all? So apparently he said what he did in the song. They was just like, oh, come here, Mr. Baines. Mr. Baines, come look and see what Mr. Baines was doing. Now, specifically, he's going to be charged with 1 count of mail fraud and 1 count of unlawful possession of a firearm and ammunition by a convicted felon. Okay, he did admit that he was trying to steal $1.25 million from the government. He was not successful in getting the $1.25 million. However, he got about $705,000. Okay, so he was on his way. And what did he do? Well, Mr. Baines went and filed 92 unemployment claims. 92 of them, you guys. He used different names, you know, and did all of that. All right. He was stopped in Las Vegas back in 2020, found that he had 8 debit cards. Because remember when you was getting the unemployment, when the CARES Act first started, they were sending the unemployment money on the debit cards. I got on these shorts and they sticking to the leather, so that's why I'm moving around a lot. But They stopped him. He had 8 debit cards, 7 other names besides his own. And that was what they were doing back then. I think I even talked about it on top of the blogs, how they were using these debit cards, going shopping, buying all of this big shit down in Beverly Hills, Neiman Marcus, Saks Fifth Avenue, all of the stores down there, just creating havoc and acting a mess and a fool. And so anyway, when he was caught with that, well, that's when he went to jail. Now he faces 20 years in prison for mail fraud, 10 years in prison for illegal arms fraud. Okay. And again, this is Fed time. This is federal time. Okay. You fooling with the government money, which means that if you do get found guilty, and he's pleading guilty. He's pleading guilty. So we already know that he gonna spend all of the time of whatever time they give him. So I guess he's just waiting on sentencing. But yeah, you guys, it's just sort of like the people was going so crazy when the EDD and the PPP loans and all that was going on, even with the stimulus checks. People was trying to get checks that didn't need to be getting checks, was being claimed on other folks' taxes and still trying to get, like, all this was going on, right? And no, the government was giving y'all enough rope to hang yourselves, and now they going back and they catching these people and they are putting them in jail. So I really hope none of the rock stars, I know the rock stars don't do nothing like that. I know y'all don't do that, but I'm hoping that y'all don't know anybody that did something like that, you guys, because honey, Big Brother's coming. Okay, y'all best get ready. But yeah, Mr. Fontrail Baines, Nuke Bizzle, going to jail for fraud. Okay, you guys, next story up. So your boy Elon Musk. Y'all, something wrong with Elon. I mean, I guess when you have that kind of money, you just ain't gonna never be right? I mean, but it's just, anyway, he done pulled out the Twitter deal. That's right, you guys. Remember when we found out that he offered $44 billion? He was going to be the sole owner of Twitter, and everybody had their opinions about that. I mean, I wasn't really, was Twitter owned? I know that Zuckerberg had Facebook, right? Well, I know that Twitter had whoever that person was, but was it still just one person, or had it been opened up to a board? And I don't know. But something about Elon Musk having Twitter just bothered me. I was just like, that don't seem like that's how it's supposed to be. Okay, we already knew that them Twitter streets was about to get changed. He said that he was going to open it back up to everybody, even bringing back WhatsApp. Okay, and I was just like, some people don't need to be on Twitter. I don't give a fuck. All right, I know people say, oh, free speech and all that, but Twitter is still considered a private entity, and if they don't want motherfuckers on their platform, then they can tell people that they won't be on the platform. Okay, this ain't no right to be on Twitter. All right, so I was cool with it because we got all these like supreme white supremacists and all of this trying to come and be on Twitter, and like, no, some of the stuff just don't need to be on there. Okay, now don't get rid of some of the other things. It's funny when we get our leaks of sex videos and prints and pictures and all that, when those finally come to the scene, I'll be like, But anyway, it turns out that Elon has decided that he don't want Twitter because now apparently Twitter has gone through some changes, some financial ups and downs as of late, like the rest of the world has. There's so much shit going on. The stock market is probably quite up and down, and Twitter has been down enough so if Elon Musk attached his finances to Twitter, then it would also bring down his fortune. Okay, and he is definitely concerned about his bottom line, so he was just like, fuck it, I'm not doing it. On top of that, he said something about him not being sure if these people that are on Twitter are actual real people and not just a whole bunch of created fake names. I was just like, of course it is, but what does that have to do with the price of tea in China? Okay, we know people got a whole bunch of fake shit on Twitter, just like they do on Instagram and YouTube and all of these other apps out there. It's a bunch of fake people out there. It's the name of the game. That's how it goes. But I mean, he said that he ain't trying to do it, so fuck it, he done. Well, Twitter was like, I don't think so. Because, honey, I'm sure they had already started thinking like, baby, we about to get this $40 billion and we fixing to be out. You listen, if I got a $40 billion check, baby, you would never see me ever again. Never. Never. So I'm sure they was just like, what you mean you not fixing to give us? Oh, that's the hell you are. So now they're suing him. I mean, I guess you can't really force somebody to buy something. So I don't really know how that's going to turn out. But I know Mr. Twitter was just like, oh, fuck. I mean, he probably done told all his people he about to pay shit off. And, you know, y'all just wait. Let me just wait till this check clear. And now the check won't be coming. So, yeah, Mr. Twitter and them, they real mad at Elon Musk. And we'll see how it plays out in court. But, I mean, my rock star lawyers, the real ones, you guys weigh in. I mean, can Twitter force him to buy? I don't think so. I wouldn't think so. So you guys, y'all let me know what's the what on that. But yeah, Elon, he said he is done. Okay. And Twitter streets as of now will remain as they are. All right, you guys, next story up. Let's talk about the disgusting ass anesthesiologist over there in Brazil who was so hard up for a little action that he was putting his penis in the mouth of a woman that was getting a C-section. She was knocked out, of course, but he was putting his penis in her mouth, and a camera was set up and they caught him doing it. Okay. Now, when I tell you that this is the most pitiful and disgusting, ridiculous fucking story, first of all, the doctors there, they were concerned that the anesthesiologist was giving too much medication to the patient and knocking them out completely. I guess I've never had a C-section, but from what I understand, there's different levels. So sometimes you're completely knocked out, maybe if there might be some risk, or it may, you know, it might take a little bit more. And sometimes I guess you're like on a local, just kind of out of it, you know, on a out of it kind of sedation. And then there's some people that are just numb but are awake. Okay. Well, evidently this anesthesiologist was knocking the women out when they probably didn't need to be completely knocked out. So the doctors were concerned about him and wondering what was up. So they were the ones supposedly who set up a camera to see if they could figure out what else was going on with old boy. And that's where they saw the video of him sticking his penis in the lady's mouth. Her head was turned to the side. She was on her back. And so there's a curtain right here. So there's the other doctors are over here. They're performing the C-section. And he's on this side because, of course, he's supposed to be keeping track of making sure that she's breathing and making sure the medication is doing what it's doing and all of that. Well, he's standing there and he's like undoing his pants and just putting his thing in her mouth. Can you fucking imagine? Can you imagine the horror? Because that woman, obviously, I'm sure she didn't know until, you know, she had to find out. And then the video, of course, is out there. That woman is about to be paid. That's all the fuck I know. She is about to get paid because, damn it, you ain't fixed to stick a dick in my mouth for free. I know that's right. You know, she about to come up. But that anesthesiologist, his name is, let me give y'all his name, Giovanni Quintella Bezzera. Okay? He was arrested and charged with rape, and as he should. Now they're concerned that there were other women. I was just like, it probably was, but one good thing out of all of this is that he's only been licensed for 2 months. So they really, you know, he wasn't putting people out and sedating folks before 2 months ago. So they're hoping that in these past 2 months, you know, they at least know that he hasn't been doing this for years and shit and waiting for all of these victims to come forward and all that. But I mean, folks having babies every day. So I'm sure that if he's the one that's doing it for people that are having labor and delivery, C-sections and all of that, I mean, he could still have had quite a few women come across his table, you know, so just sickening. All right. I hope they bite his dick off when he's in jail. That's a terrible thing to say. I mean, I know every man probably out there is like, no, Roxanne, we don't want dicks bit off. But I mean, nigga, if you gonna be sticking your thing in somebody's mouth, go on and do that while you in jail and see what happened. Oh, nasty ass. So anyway, Mr. Giovanni Quintella Bezzera, charged for rape. Hope he goes to jail for a long ass time. Get your money, sis. You deserve